Alright, what's up you guys? This is Devin from Project Sax, and we're back once again with another Project Sax episode. Today is going to be on the Super Bowl, and as you know, this is Project Sax, so we're not going to be talking much about the Super Bowl, even though the Ravens won. I don't take particular biases. I didn't really care about who won. I mean, it was a neat looking game. 49ers, they were off and on throughout the beginning, and then they came back. Oh well, I don't really care. Today is about the halftime show that Beyonce did. Now, the reason I'm specifically talking about this is because if you guys noticed, when Beyonce was doing her thing on stage, on this humongous stage with all these lights that threw out the power, she had a whole bunch of people, but there weren't just people. All of them were women. And I'm not sure what kind of statement she was trying to make, but she surely made it with that performance, which was spectacular at the Super Bowl halftime show. So I was doing some research. Well, actually, I was just doing my normal Facebooking, and then I noticed that Cannonball Instruments, the Facebook page that everybody should go and like, Cannonball Instruments had sent a message. It was a picture message that said something about there will be 3 Cannonball saxophones that will be played in the Super Bowl that Beyonce will be singing for halftime. And as much sense as that made, basically there will be 3 Cannonball saxophones. All of them would be Ravens. It was I believe it was 2 altos and a Barry sax that were being played. And I said, oh, that's wonderful. Now I got to catch the Super Bowl, because before I was kind of like, I'll catch some of it. Catch the end of it, that's it, but catch the halftime show and the commercials, of course, and that'll be it. But, because I'm not a big, Super Bowl football fan, I'm not much of a football fan, but I will watch the commercials and the halftime show for the music and the entertainment. Now, in the comments below, you guys, give me your feedback on what you thought of Beyonce's performance. But for now, we're going to talk about the actual Cannonball saxophones. Now, you guys know I love the Raven edition, which they actually played at the Super Bowl. I love the Raven edition. And not only that, they had the Cannonball alto. I believe it was 2 altos and a Barry, like I said before. All of them were nice and black, and once they shined the lights on the stage, and then they got a big camera angle of the saxophone players, it was just wonderful. I told my parents, my parents know how much I love saxophone, so I was ecstatic. So, what did you guys think of the saxophone? Have you played the Cannonball Ravens? They're nice. They're nice. But what do you think about the performance? Let me know in the comments below. Did you hear the horns? Did you hear how they played? Were they, as spectacular as you thought they were? Do you think they should have had more camera time? Because the Cannonball Ravens are nice saxophones. Now, along with that message, Cannonball does like to put their stars in the spotlight. So anybody who endorses or plays their instruments that has some kind of notoriety or fame, they will put them on the spotlight. And when I was reading on Facebook, I noticed that a saxophone player named Caddy Rodriguez had gotten the spotlight. So I was like, interesting. She's a pretty girl, she plays the saxophone, but what does she do? What does she actually do? So, I just went on YouTube just to, see exactly what she does as Beyonce's saxophone player. Not as, just a regular old saxophone player. As Beyonce's saxophone, you have to have some pizzazz, some kind of equal off. You have to have a level to meet Beyonce if you're going to be sharing the stage with her. Now, since Caddy Rodriguez is sharing the stage with Beyonce, I'm like, okay, she has solos, she has this and that. Well, it's like Maceo and James Brown. It's like you gotta meet that energy. James Brown has to meet Maceo, Maceo has to meet James Brown, which made them as spectacular as they were. So we're comparing James Brown and Maceo to Beyonce and Caddy Rodriguez. So I thought about it, and I looked on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, and Beyonce is like, Caddy, play that sax, and I was like, okay, this is more like James Brown and Maceo. So it was really nice to see that, and so I, as the saxophone player I am, I went on Facebook and found her and messaged her, and I said, hey, my name is Devin. I've been playing saxophone for 11 years. I like your style. And unlike a lot of artists, she immediately got back to me, and it was like a day or two, maybe at the most. And she messaged me back and she said, "Thank you. Remember to practice every day." Is what she said essentially. And I love those messages because when I was in the marching band, not marching right now, but when I was in the marching band, we practiced so much. It was so crazy, you know, how much we practiced. But I really do understand what she was saying when she said practice every day. There's always something new that you can learn that you never learned before. And being in different bands really does test your endurance and test your might when it comes to playing the saxophone. Because playing the saxophone in the marching band is a totally different feel than sitting down and reading music for concert band. You know, memorizing music and then playing it on stage and performing it, you know, in front of millions of people and audiences is wonderful. But it's a different mindset than just sitting down playing in concert feel. So when they got on the Super Bowl stage, I know exactly what they were going through. My audience definitely was not that large, but from, you know, throughout the past year, I've done Macy's, so that's a pretty large audience for a parade and or for a musician. And also I've done the Honda Battle of the Bands, which is also a pretty large stage for musicians. So I'm pretty sure I can understand when she says practice every day and know exactly what you're doing when you get on that stage in front of millions of people and playing your Cannonball Ravens or whatever. Alright you guys, but this is Devin. I've been noticing your comments. I'm coming back. I'm going to do more videos. I have a little more time now. So thanks for supporting me. Thanks for all that you do for Project Sax. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, rate, share it, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all those social networks that we're so accustomed to nowadays. So, alright, this is Devin, and like I always say, I'm signing off, and I wish you good sound. Hey, Mercury decided to join us today. She's been doing good. And see you guys later.